made to be courageous.
Welcome to the New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com. Today we're here with Mark and Juan from Casting Crowns, and they're going to be showing us their new song, Courageous. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this New Song Cafe. Mark, Juan, welcome.
Thanks, bro.
Good to be here at your church here in Atlanta. We're talking today about a song called Courageous, which I think came out of the men's ministry here at your church.
It did. I'm youth pastor here at Eagles Landing, and I was taking a group of men, the dads, about 24 dads, through a Bible study called Raising a Modern Day Knight. I've been pouring a lot into my teenager guys, and then my son just turned 13. So we have just had his journey to manhood ceremony, about 12, 13 guys coming in a room and just saying, this is what I see in you, and this is what I want to charge you to do. Just awesome stuff for him. And in the middle of all this, we go to the National Day of Prayer breakfast in Washington, and Alex Kendrick is there, who's making the movie. And I said, well, what are you up to? Because he had just finished Fireproof. And he said, man, I'm working on something for dads. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. Let me tell you what's going on. So we just start blah, blah, blah. And I realized then, I said, we need to do something. Because up until then, he just used some of our songs for his movies that just sort of seemed to fit. And so Matthew West and I started writing the song. And we'd written half the song before we saw the movie. And then when we saw the movie, which is an amazing movie, every man needs to see this movie, we started pulling out some of the strong quotes from the movie and tying it in. And we've done it here in church. As a matter of fact, we had about 300 men every Wednesday. We have them, and they have a thing called Man Up, just a man's Bible study. So we came in this room and mic'd it up, and they're singing courageous, and they're over the track doing it. Now, when we do it today, we're going to lower it a good bit to where if you did sing it, because it is sort of a vertical type song. This is a man saying, "This is what I'm going to do," and so it fits pretty good lower too. What key are you going to play in?
Keys in G. The track is in A. We play it live in G flat, and now we're gonna do it in G. So I just
keys are subjective.
The voicing the way it is, I still play with a cape on. I'll show y'all in a second.
Yeah. Go.
We were made to be courageous. We were made to lead the way. And we can be the generation that finally breaks the chains. 'Cause we were made to be courageous. We were made to be courageous. We were warriors on the front lines, standing unafraid. But now we're watchers on the sidelines while our families slip away. Where are you, men of courage? You were made for so much more. Let the pounding of our hearts cry, we will serve the Lord. 'Cause we were made to be courageous, and we're taking back the fight. We were made to be courageous, and it starts with us tonight. The only way we'll ever stand is on our knees with lifted hands. Make us courageous. Lord, make us courageous.
Goes into the second verse and chorus from there. This song has a double bridge. Did this kind of on purpose because the Micah 6:8 verse is such an instrumental verse in just pouring into a young man. But at the same time, I've been teaching my guys that in the war of the mind, I will make my stand. In the battle of the heart, in the battle of the hands. So the battle of the heart is I've got to guard my heart, pour into my new life. Stop putting so much into me that's dragging me to my old life, and start putting some things in my new life. Start guarding your time with God, listening to music that's urging you into living for Jesus and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, as much as I want to guard my heart and as much as I hope I'm just like this all the time, we're not, right? So when you have those brain dead dork moments that we have as believers, you got to set up some roadblocks in your life. You got to have some guys that have permission to say, hey man, what are you doing tonight? What are you watching? You're on the road, you're by yourself. What are you doing? How's the internet going? Like our internet, we use Covenant Eyes, and it emails our history to 3 people that we want. So my wife, my pastor, and our tour pastor, Tony Nolan, get my history every week. That's the battle of the hands. So that's why it's so important that we had so much to say in the song. We just created 2 bridges.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to do it right now because show them how the first part, like our part goes. In the war of the mind, I will make
my stand in the battle of the heart and the battle of the hands. In the war of the mind, I will make my stand in the battle of the heart and the battle of the hands. So that's going on. Meanwhile, Megan's coming in with
Seek justice.
seek justice, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. Seek justice, love mercy, walk humbly in the war of the mind.
good.
So it could be a really fun thing if you had your ladies.
Yeah.
You teach them that part. Like, so just break down the song and say, ladies, let's sing this part. And the girls lead them. And then guys, let's sing this part and just bring it together. It could be a pretty cool moment.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Juan, let's show the chords. just real
Talk
quick.
us through, Coach.
Like I was saying, on the track you'll hear it in A, and then live you'll see us playing in G flat or A flat, and then here we're playing at G. So this for me is the same because I do throw capo on there. So just because of the voicing, so on that intro part that Mark sings at first, it's the E minor, and I play with the ring finger kind of going back and forth on that E string. So it's a So on the verse, it's just the E minor. To the C, to the G, and the D. I think the tricky part is the chorus, because it has two. It doesn't have the same progression go all the way through it. So you got the you were meant to be courageous. To the D, then the E, the C to the E minor, back to the 1, G, C, G, E minor, D, then C. So the only way I was messing that up a lot at the beginning. I was going, wait, where's the E minor? It didn't come around in circles. There's
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 sections in that.
Matthew and I were back and forth on that too, because he had a chord and I had a chord, and we thumb wrestled over it, and I won on that chord.
Nice.
So, yeah.
On the bridge, it goes from the C. I pick it usually, G, the D. Now when the round comes in, when they start singing, it goes, in the war of the mind, I will make my stand in the battle of the heart and the battle of the hands. There goes the E minor. War of the mind, I will make my stand in the battle of the heart. Then it
We
goes
were
the-
made to be pyro, because that's the only way Lord works is with pyro.
The way, I guess the interesting thing there too, when we sing it live, is Hector and I are doing that in the War of the Mind, because coming back around, we got to finish that phrase out so Mark can take a breath to sing the first phrase of the
Yeah,
chorus.
that's the fun with the studio, is that you can just sing and then go back and sing it
You don't
all
have to
again.
breathe.
So
So
now
if you-
live, I'm like,
Man, if you got a background singer,
Yeah.
they can finish that phrase in the battle of the hands, and then the lead can take the chorus.
we're like an old married couple just finishing each other's sentences.
Good stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
We were made to be courageous, and we're taking back the fight. We were made to be courageous.